Hello and welcome to this presentation entitled How to Set Up Your Own Reliable and Predictable Cosmetic Patient Marketing Plan. So please grab a pen and paper to take notes since this is jam-packed with patient attraction ideas you can use right away. And I do suggest you turn off your phone and close your other browsers so you're not distracted since we are talking about setting you up to win. So in this training, I'm going to show you a simple way to get a 786% to a 1,133% proven return on your investment on your marketing efforts without redesigning your website again, wasting more money on search engine optimization to get ranked, throwing a bucket of money at pay-per-click, or hiring more staff. How does that sound? Because if you're anything like the hundreds of other plastic surgeons around the nation, you too are tired of figuring out what to do to bring in more cosmetic patients. And you're frustrated losing money on marketing that just isn't working. And you're sick of the revenue roller coaster. Now, if any of that resonates with you, you're going to love this. By the way, most of your competitors won't do what I'm going to lay out for you here in this training. And that's why you can run circles around them once you have this plan in place. So in this presentation, you're going to discover how to generate a dependable, consistent stream of pre-qualified cosmetic patients so you never again have to worry about where your next patient is coming from. And how to become the top-of-mind surgeon to cosmetic patients by differentiating you as the best choice over your competitors. It's actually easier to do than you think. And you're also going to discover how to get more referrals, more repeat procedures, and more revenues by getting a maximum return with minimum time and effort. Because just imagine having a solid plan in place, knowing it's humming along, and you don't have to worry about it. You know you're bringing in revenues because you have an automatic patient attraction plan in place. That gives you the mental freedom from constantly worrying about your practice's financial stability, doesn't it? And how great would it be to have a predictable, systematic revenue stream? Now, this puts you in a position of confidence and power because you know money's coming in. You have freedom because you eliminate the scramble mode during your down months that create worry and angst. And you get the unfair advantage over your competitors because the most successful practices do the things that unsuccessful practices won't do. Now, just in case you're not familiar with my work, I'm Catherine Maley, author of Your Aesthetic Practice and president of Cosmetic Image Marketing, where we get you more patients and more profits using creative marketing strategies. Now, I write for the medical industry magazines and I speak all over the world at cosmetic medical conferences. I've been interviewed by the New York Times as well as ABC News. But my main focus is getting you more patients and more profits. Now, in the past 16 years, my creative strategies have made over $17 million for plastic surgeons all over the US using a proven formula. And I'm going to show you exactly what that formula is in this presentation. Now, on a personal note, I live in Sausalito, which is a small sailboat community right outside San Francisco over the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, the hiking here is excellent, and I highly recommend a helicopter ride when you visit because the aerial views of the crazy expensive real estate here are breathtaking. Okay, so back to business. Here are the 3 biggest challenges affecting your income today. The relentless competition. There are way too many media channels making it difficult for the new cosmetic patient to find and focus on you. And then technical advancements are leading to confusion on the part of the cosmetic patient who doesn't know which procedure to choose, let alone who should perform it. That's why you'll soon see how you can set yourself up to win no matter what is happening in the aesthetic industry. Because if you don't devise a strategic plan of action, you're going to get swallowed up by your competitors who have deeper marketing pockets than you, or those who are playing the lowest price leader game. And this once lucrative living you've made could become just a job you've created for yourself, even after all that work you put into getting where you are today. And I know it's not fair, but it is reality. So I'll show you a game plan that sets you up to win. And I also know you're not going to stay here just for this, but I did want to reward you for hearing me out. So if you stay with me to the end, you're going to be getting my complete patient attraction and conversion blueprint for free. But first, let me warn you about a few things before we begin. Now here's warning number one. There could be some bad thinking ahead because your first reaction could be, this won't work for me. But I assure you, your practice is not different when it comes to the fundamentals of running a successful 7 or 8 figure cosmetic practice. It's your mindset that's different that's keeping you from all the success you deserve. Here's what I mean. Successful surgeons say, how can I do that? Whereas the lazy or naive ones say, I can't do that. Now here's warning number 2. If you miss what I'm saying here and tune out my suggestions, the next 12 months will be the same as the last 12 months or even worse, because you're either growing or failing. So you most likely have a goal to do better than last year or do more surgery, but a goal without a plan is just a wish. So you're going to leave here with a clear plan you can implement yourself or you can outsource. And yes, I will be offering my services to you in case you want help setting it up, or you can do it yourself. It's your choice. But either way, you'll get a well thought out plan that works. So stay tuned. Now here's warning number 3. What I show you today is not sexy. So if you want shiny object stuff, then you should not be here because this is not sexy shiny stuff, but it works. So if you want results that are solid and proven, then I'm going to show you exactly how to do that yourself or get help with it. So let's first go over 4 reasons for cosmetic practice failure that I identified after working with 6, 7, and 8-figure cosmetic surgery practices all over the US. Now here's practice failure number 1. You're not developing enough of a relationship with your current patients. That means you're not bonding with the patient so they say yes to you versus your competitors. And then you're not staying in touch in a way that compels them to return again and again and refer their friends. This leads your patients to believe you don't care about them, so they wander off to your competitors. So why am I talking about current patients and not new patients? Because current patients are easier, cheaper, and more trusting of you. They're much more likely to respond to you and say yes to you. They're easier to convert because you already have their trust. And keep in mind, you cater to a very hungry marketplace of patients who have endless needs. Because a cosmetic patient who wants to look good wants that today and next month and next year. And when you rejuvenate one body part, there's an excellent chance they'll now move on to the next body part. Now, they also enter your practice through different doors at different times in their lives. For example, they may start with Botox and work their way up to a bleph, or start with cool sculpting and then move on to a tummy tuck. So you'd want to catch them early so they see you as the solution now as well as in the future. And we all know a successful cosmetic practice always gets a majority of their new patients from their current patients through word-of-mouth referrals. Isn't that right? As a matter of fact, I did a survey of the top cosmetic surgical practices in the US, and I asked them to go through their surgical schedule to track how those paying patients first heard about them, and here were the results. On average, 25% were coming from the internet, 45% of their new patients were coming from word-of-mouth referrals, and another 30% were current patients returning for more. So it's well worth it to you to focus there. And I'm not saying don't invest in internet marketing. I'm just saying budget proportionately to your successes and put in as much time, money, and effort into internal marketing as you do for external mass marketing. Now here's practice failure number 2. You have no real differentiation in this crowded marketplace. Now to the cosmetic patient, you seem like everyone else offering cosmetic services, and we both know that's not true. Way too many non-core physicians have jumped in, and they're confusing the patients who care about skill and expertise. So it's imperative you make it very clear how much more trained and experienced you are compared to them. And I'll show you how. Because there's just way too much hype out there to be heard. The cosmetic patient is bombarded with marketing messages, giving them so much conflicting information. They're dazed and they don't know who to turn to and who to believe or trust. Times have certainly changed. You can't afford to be a Me Too cosmetic surgeon. So I'll show you how to stand out and do it in a fun way. Now here's failure number 3. Failure to give patients a compelling reason to call, visit, return, and refer now, not later. I'm talking about irresistible offers your patients can't say no to. Because the reality is, cosmetic patients don't need your services, they want them. Now, that's a huge distinction because your prospective patients would act a whole lot sooner and a lot more often if they needed a tummy tuck or a wrinkle filler, isn't that right? You've got to be creative to get these patients off the couch and into your office to spend more money with you, rather than continue to procrastinate, or worse, lose them to your competitor who did give them a compelling reason to respond. Now lastly, failure number 4. Inability to nail down a profitable marketing plan with proven revenue streams to keep a steady stream of cosmetic patients coming to you. You may think you've done this, but you probably haven't. You're doing 1 or 2 things, but that's not enough. You need to do the right things more consistently, and I'll show you how. Because this fixes everything when it comes to cosmetic patient marketing. Now, to reiterate, the aesthetic industry has matured to saturation, so it's more difficult to stand out. New patient attraction has gotten very expensive and complicated to win at. And a plan for internal marketing and external marketing is essential. That's why I'm about to introduce something that you'll be excited about. By the way, I'm going to lay out exactly what you can do yourself, so take a lot of notes. Or if you decide to get the help and support you need, I'll offer our services to you, so you choose. But even if you decide to go it alone, you'll have the know-how from this training to do it on your own. So here we go. How to set up your own reliable and predictable cosmetic patient marketing plan proven to get you results that you can implement right away. Now, it starts with a practice promotion calendar. Your calendar tells you what goes out and when it goes, and that gives you clarity and consistency. Because a well-planned out calendar gives you predictable, systematic revenue. It puts you in a position of confidence and power because you know money is coming in month after month. It also gives you freedom and flexibility. By having this in place, it gives you freedom because you add to this or change it up, but it eliminates the scramble mode of starting over every month that creates worry and frustration for you. Now, you also get the unfair advantage over your competitors. Successful practices do the things that unsuccessful practices won't do, and that's what makes them successful. They do it anyway. If you want to be top of mind with your patients and make your competition irrelevant, you need a marketing calendar because I almost guarantee 95% of your competitors haven't bothered doing this. So, what goes on the calendar? Strategic and well thought out monthly themed messages via direct mail, email, and social media banners. Now we're going to go over them in detail in just a moment. And of course, you still need to invest in other internet strategies to attract additional new internet stranger patients. But once you do that, you'll want to make sure that you're not neglecting those patients who you spent so much money on to get in the first place. Start thinking cosmetic patient for life. That's what turns a one-time patient into a raving fan. The strategy is to keep in touch with your new patients in a compelling way so they become loyal, raving fans who return and refer for years to come. Now you want to assign dates. Put everything on the calendar and plan it out ahead of time. The beauty of this is you're going to know in April, for example, that you're going to use the Get Your Body Back themed promotion. And you need to list the dates that things need to be done so you stay on schedule. Basically, your calendar becomes your playbook, so your team is clear about the plan. This may seem complicated and it can be time consuming, but once it's done, it's done. And don't worry, this may seem like a lot, and it is, but I'm going to show you how to get it done without using your own time. Next, you need to assign ownership to ensure everyone knows who does what and when they do it. And someone needs to be in charge of the entire calendar. They're not necessarily doing all the work, but they are overseeing it to be sure everything gets implemented. Because a good idea doesn't count unless it's executed on schedule. Now, we'll go over each component involved. Remember, they're not sexy, but they are money and they bring you freedom and peace of mind. They are fundamentals. A new fundamental is not new. They're proven to work time and time again. Master these proven marketing fundamentals first, and then play around with extra internet ninja shiny object stuff. This you don't have to worry about. What you do have to worry about is your competitors luring your patients away by offering better customer service. This joke is so true. Our highest priority is satisfying our customers, except when it's hard, or unprofitable, or we're busy. Your patient's experience is everything in today's chatty online world. You must do everything possible to ensure a wow patient experience every time they call and visit you, period. Because haven't you wondered where some of your favorite patients went? I assure you, they did not stop wanting cosmetic rejuvenation. They just stopped wanting it from you. I'm sorry to say that. Now, you can easily avoid that by taking great care of your patients and building relationships with them. Now, the trick is to nurture your new and current patients so they turn into raving fans who stay loyal to you for years to come. That's where your leverage is. It costs you a fortune to attract a new patient, and it costs almost nothing to keep them. So, how do you develop relationships and patient loyalty? Let's start with direct mail. Now, this may surprise you, but direct mail has made a comeback. It cuts through the clutter of internet marketing and advertising. Now, direct mail is doing the heavy lifting of nurturing your patients in a heartfelt, personal way no other media channel comes close to. That's your differentiator. Patients will remember this much more than an impersonal banner or a pay-per-click ad. And they'll hang on to this piece and look at it over and over much longer than anything they ever saw on the internet. Because nowhere else can you get this personal one-on-one focus than with a patient who is holding your direct mail piece in their hand and there are no competitors anywhere nearby. It's just you and that patient. It's golden, it's different, and it gets results. And in case you're saying to yourself, but we send out e-blasts. While that's fantastic, you have a false sense of confidence because the latest statistics show the average open rate for email is down to 19.9%. That means you're missing the other 81.1% of your cash-paying patients, and you're leaving them wide open to go elsewhere. Themed, eye-catching, and heartfelt greeting cards with a great offer to call you now is a proven strategy that gets you results. For example, personalized birthday cards, hand-addressed and stamped, are sent to your current patients who already know, like, and trust you. And a looming birthday is already a conversation your cosmetic patient is having in their mind, especially your patients who care about how they look and feel. You know that already because they've given you money for cosmetic services, and they'll give you more as the aging process accelerates. Now, another direct mail theme that works well is a thank you for your trust message to encourage your cosmetic patients to return and refer their friends. Now, this theme is sent 6 months after their birthday, and it accelerates their visits to you as well as their new patient word-of-mouth referrals. How many extra surgeries and popular minimally invasive procedures would you get every month just doing this? What would that be worth to you? $5,000, $10,000, $20,000? And for a cash surge, here's another proven direct mail strategy. What do you do now when patients come in for a consultation but then they don't book? And how do you get long lost profitable patients to return for surgery or other big ticket procedures? Well, you send them heartfelt and compelling messages such as Happy Holidays, it's our anniversary, or we miss you. Now, when done correctly, this gets them off the fence and back into your office for a consultation to a paid procedure. Now, here are real-world results other surgeons have gotten with just these strategies. Dr. C in California got 32 calls from his holiday mailing, 18 procedures, including 1 facelift, 1 breast, 2 additional surgical consultations for a value of at least $32,000. And then Dr. Y got 65 calls, 31 procedures, including 2 lipo, 1 bleph, 2 more surgical consults for at least a total of $56,000. And specifically, here's what Dr. Blair said. I just want to let you know how successful your promotion was and how delighted my office and myself were with the outcome. We saw over $22,000 in increased business with the promotion. The patients were excited about the offers, and of course, we were extremely satisfied with the results. Thank you again for your creativity and personalized support. My office and I can't wait until your next revenue-generating idea. And then here's what Dr. Funsick said. Catherine put together a classy snail mail with metrics that brought in 67 calls, 56 injections, and several surgeries for a total gross income of $72,000. That's a 2,880% return on our investment. Now, the secret to successfully using direct mail is, number 1, the mailing list you send it to, and number 2, what you include in the message, and then number 3, the timing is everything. So you really need to understand the cosmetic patient and their needs and wants to ensure a great response. For example, here's the checklist to use to make sure any communications you send out get your phone to ring and makes you money. You need compelling copy to get it opened and read, a theme for the month to keep it interesting, great before and after photos that are vital for social proof, and a picture really is worth 1,000 words. Then compelling gift card offers. The key is to create killer offers for your patients to respond right now, not later or never. Because when you market this internal way, you don't have to spend massive amounts of dollars on glitzy mass advertising to attract stranger patients who don't know you from Adam. Instead, you use gift cards thanking and rewarding your current patients for their loyalty. Also, since your current patients already know how great you are, this doesn't hurt your image, and your patients love your generosity. Then you need a tight expiration date so they act now rather than procrastinate. And your staff must credential you, the physician, as the best choice. Then you need links to landing pages to your website so they can learn more and have another opportunity to contact you as well. And then you also need terms and conditions such as minimums to ensure you stay profitable. Now, the next cosmetic patient marketing strategy is strategic email, not just any email, strategic. So you'll want to create a themed email for each month, such as New Year, New You, Get Your Body Back, Turn Back the Clock, and so on. You'll also want to follow up your greeting cards with a corresponding email for repetition, since busy patients need gentle reminders. So let me ask you again, how many more procedures will you get every month doing this kind of strategic, feel-good marketing? And what's this worth to you? $10,000, $20,000, $30,000? Obviously, it's worth it. So if you don't want to do it, outsource it because somebody should be promoting you in this strategic, compelling way. Now, the next cosmetic patient marketing strategy is social media banners. Social media is a good follow-up component to direct mail and email because you're trying to reach your current patients wherever they are, as well as prospective new patients who are not familiar with you yet. So to help your emails grow legs and reach more patients and new prospective patients, you want to repurpose your content. Now you do that by designing banners that match your themes and then shoot them out on social media, mention them on your blog, and put them on your website so it's a consistent message across the board. So do you see how this revenue generating plan uses marketing components that all work together to grab the attention of busy patients and keep you top of mind so you're the only one they call? Because when you set up a revenue generating plan like this calendar to nurture your current patients using these monthly greeting cards, monthly themed emails, cash surge direct mailings, as well as social media banners, how many extra patients and revenues do you think it will bring in for you? Well, here's what it's been worth to other surgeons. Dr. Bandeck said, Catherine, I finally connected the dots with your marketing leading to surgery, returning patients, and referrals. For example, I want to give you credit for 3 surgeries we got yesterday. These were old patients we haven't seen for a while, but they received your card and came in for an injectable. But once we re-engaged with them and they were more comfortable, they wanted to talk about surgery and then booked it. So a Botox injection became a rhinoplasty, face neck lift, and fat grafting. What I love is the small gift card amount we spend here is so much cheaper and easier than spending a fortune on other mass advertising we've done in the past to attract new cosmetic patients. Thank you for offering this service. It works. And here's what Dr. Ferrari said. I have finally tapped into the most efficient way to grow my cosmetic practice, and that is to fish in the pond of my own patients. When patients return to my practice, over 85% of them will purchase another service, product, or procedure. Not only was it worth over $200,000 in revenues this past year, it also reminds my patients I'm still around so they don't wander off to my competitors. Catherine's group has far exceeded our expectations and goals we've set up for them to achieve. And then here's what Dr. Langdon said. Working with Catherine and her team has been very profitable. We're only halfway through the year and I'm up 200 grand and I'm booked out for the next 2 months, even though we typically go into our slow summer months now. Her recent promotion brought in an extra $63,782 with more surgeries scheduled. I never realized how much money was sitting in my patient list, but I'm a believer now. When we reviewed the results from other cosmetic practice clients throughout the U.S. who have us nurture their current patients for them using this plan, it was proven that they got between a 786% to a 1,133% return on their investment. Pretty good, right? So do you see how the fundamentals done right can be sexy when you get results? So please do it. It works. Having a cosmetic patient marketing system in place in your practice changes everything. Because now you have clarity and peace of mind knowing you have a deliberate patient attraction plan in place working for you every single month of the year that is nurturing your current patients who know, like, and trust you so they gladly return and refer their friends to you. That has always been and will always be the secret to successfully growing a cosmetic practice fast, by starting with those you know first. That can change a cosmetic practice from struggling to soaring, or it can take a practice that's doing pretty good and do even better. Now that you know this, you've got 2 choices. You can do it yourself, which is the trial and error method. So you can take everything I just showed you and do it on your own and run with it. But the problem is it's wicked expensive to do it that way. And it could take you months to figure it out because you'll make costly mistakes. Because here's what happens. If you need to guess and test what works, the odds of you writing good copy, designing great pieces, and fiddling with technology are not that great, and you're going to be frustrated. But you can't blame yourself because you can't know everything. You know surgery and cosmetic rejuvenation. So the second way is to get it done for you. Easy breezy, and that's where I come in. Now you could have my team and I do it for you. We will execute the entire reliable and predictable cosmetic patient marketing plan for you as outlined. We write the compelling copy, we design the pieces, we print, fold, stuff, stamp, and mail the greeting cards. We use Constant Contact, ours or yours, to send out the emails. We design the social media banners for you to upload to your Facebook page so you get results now, not months from now. But I want to be super transparent here. There are certain practices this does not work for, so I don't want to waste your time or mine. this service is not for you if you're looking for a one-hit wonder surgical patient, or if you don't want to nurture your current patients so they return and refer, or you're just starting out with no list. And lastly, if you've got bad phones that make it difficult for patients to talk to a live human being, this is just not the right fit for either of us. So you may be wondering why I created this service. Because I was frustrated. You are bombarded by slick advertising marketers who promise you the world. So you give them tens of thousands of dollars a month to redesign your website again, do your SEO so you get ranked quickly, which is impossible with Google rule changes, play the pay-per-click AdWords game, which costs a fortune, and pay for expensive name recognition ads you can't track, and on and on. So how's that working out for you? Are you happy with your results? Heck, do you even know if you're getting any results? Here's what we do know for sure. Creative strategy and action is what changes your practice revenues. But you're busy and you have family and time pressures. That's why I'm handing you patients on a silver platter. You don't need more information or shiny objects. You need implementation of a proven plan working for you to keep you busy. That plan you're looking for is the proven and guaranteed cosmetic patient marketing service done for you. Here's what's included. The marketing calendar done for you, already filled out, so you know at a glance what's going out and when it's going. 250 birthday greeting cards every month, depending on the size of your patient database, plus a corresponding email. Then 250 return refer greeting cards every month, plus a corresponding email. Then 250 direct mail strategy pieces are sent to strategic patients most inclined to want surgery, and those who came in for a consult but didn't book. Also, monthly themed emails to your entire email list. These are proven, tested to work, and customized with your look and feel. And then social media banners repeating the themes to spread the word to attract new prospective patients from the internet. Now you also get very detailed monthly progress reports. We have optimized our proven tracking system, and we provide you with very detailed monthly progress reports with specific data that gives you a one-page summary telling you exactly who called, which procedure they wanted, and if they booked a consultation. Now we do that with tracking numbers so we can track your calls, and we know for a fact how well the pieces are working. And we present you with our numbers each month so you know you're getting a good ROI. Now here's what Dr. Weisberg said about this service. Since we've been working with Catherine and her team for the past 5 months, we've brought in $79,000 in surgeries, and we've booked an additional 17 surgical procedures and 20 non-invasive body procedures since then. This does not include the additional new patient referrals and revenues we are seeing from the ongoing nurturing of my current patient database. And then Dr. Pearl said, I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon who has been in private practice for more than 20 years in a Northern California suburb near Stanford University. My results speak for themselves, and my revenues increased by 30% the first year. And there's even more. You'll also get the private cosmetic patient marketing monthly newsletters full of tips, strategies, and resources, along with feedback forms and strategy calls with me if you'd like additional consulting. Plus, you get the cosmetic patient marketing binder to keep everything in one place, such as the annual calendar, the call tracking forms, a place to collect promotions, progress reports, newsletters, training materials, and we even send surprise bonuses throughout the year. But that's not all. I'm including 4 extra bonuses when you say yes now. Now here's bonus number 1. I'm going to turn your staff into converting rock stars for free. My team and I will get your phone to ring with current as well as new patients eager to see you. However, your staff has got to be on their game to see it through. So they must have the skills to convert the callers to appointments and convert the consultations to paid procedures. Because in 7 out of 10 practices, the receptionist and/or the patient coordinator dropped the ball. But it's not their fault. They haven't had any formal training until now. Now, with our service, you're going to get 6 free online group trainings. I charge other practices up to $597 per training to attend, but you get it for free. The topics include how to turn your phone calls into profits, how to comfortably convert consultations without being pushy, and how to follow up after the consultation. Now, this is a value of $3,382, and you'll also get the free replays on DVD as well as the scripts. So you have these tools to refer to during your team meetings and whenever new staff joins your practice and needs training. Now, here's what Dr. Asasa said about the training. Catherine Maley turned our practice around. We attended her How to Convert More Consultations webinar and implemented her system the following week. We converted more consultations in that week than we did in the entire month. Our practice went from a painful 50% no-show rate to a remarkable 85% show rate. Even more impressive was our close rate, from 35% up to 80% and still increasing. We would recommend her to any practice that's looking to not only increase their profits today, but sustain a healthy flow of income for many years to come. Thanks, Catherine. And then here's what Dr. Kurata said. Our consult conversions were running at 40 to 50%. Then we attended Catherine's online training and implemented her strategies. They immediately increased conversion rates to 75 to 80%. Now you also get bonus number 2, which is free access to the online members-only club called Aesthetic Profits Association. It's full of patient attraction and additional staff training tools, techniques, resources, and plug-and-play templates you have at your disposal for as long as you're with us. Now that's a value of $4,764. So to reiterate, when you say yes to the Cosmetic Patient Marketing Service, you get the marketing calendar, 250 birthday greeting cards per month plus the email, 250 return refer greeting cards every month plus the email, 250 direct mail surgical strategy direct mail pieces, the monthly themed emails to your entire email list, the social media banners, and then bonus number 1, the 6 live online staff trainings with hard copy DVDs and scripts, and bonus number 2, the free access to the online Aesthetic Profits Association. Now these bonuses alone are valued at $8,146. So you're probably asking, okay, so what's your investment? Well, let me say it this way. If you were to do this on your own, here's what you're going to need. You need to hire a graphic designer for $30 to $100 an hour, but they probably don't understand our industry, so they would need to learn on your dime. Then you need to hire a marketer or someone who knows the psychology of the aesthetic patients and knows how to write direct response copy that gets a result. Then you need someone to manage your printer vendor to be sure they do a good quality job and print on quality paper stock to keep up with your quality image. Then you need someone to manage the mail house to be sure the greeting cards look personally handwritten and hand-stamped with first-class postage, not pre-stamped bulk images. So they've got to look personal, and they must ensure that these cards go out on time. Then you need to hire someone to learn and run an email software account for you. And then you need to hire someone to track the calls you get to help you determine your ROI. Now that could take 2 to 3 staff people or several vendors to get this done. And that can run you anywhere from $75,000 to $150,000 per year. Yikes. And on top of that, you would need to manage all these people to be sure everyone is doing their part and being held accountable and getting these projects out on time every month, since timing is crucial. So you could do that, or you can let me do it for only $29.97 a month. There are no long-term contracts, and it's month to month, so there's no risk on your end. As a matter of fact, I'm so sure about the results we get for other cosmetic practices, I stand behind this with a personal guarantee. If you don't at least double your investment within the first 90 days, I'll give you a full refund and we can part ways. This is not theory. This is proven in real life. So go now to cosmeticpatientmarketing.com so we can get started on your very own customized cosmetic patient marketing service. And I want to make this such a no-brainer so you can say yes now, so we can get going on your own reliable and predictable cosmetic patient marketing plan on autopilot. So, to reward you for taking action, bonus number 3 gives you $1,000 off the customization and implementation fee. We charge that because a lot of design work goes into these pieces, so the regular price of $14.97 is reduced to only $4.97 to get started. And you can do that now by going to cosmeticpatientmarketing.com. And then to really sweeten the deal, because the sooner we start, the sooner you see results, I'm including one more free bonus number 4. It's a customized word-of-mouth referral display with referral cards, because your patients will refer more often if they were reminded and if it were made easy for them to do so. Now, this strategy generates new patients every week, and it makes it easy for your patients to brag about you to their friends. So you're not hoping referrals come in, they just come in automatically because they're part of your plan. So let's go over all you get when you say yes to this proven cosmetic patient marketing service done for you. You get the done for you marketing calendar, 250 birthday greeting cards per month plus the corresponding email, 250 return referred greeting cards every month plus the corresponding email, 250 direct mail surgical strategy cards, monthly themed emails to your entire email list, social media banners, monthly member newsletters, member binder full of tips, tactics, strategies, and freebies, bonus number 1, the online staff training with DVD replays and scripts valued at $3,382. Bonus number 2 is the free access to Aesthetic Profits Association, valued at $4,764. Bonus number 3, reduced implementation fee from $14.97 to only $4.97. The value is $1,000. And then bonus number 4, pocket referral displays, plus the takeaway cards, and that's a value of $500. The bonuses alone have a value of $9,646. And you're going to like this too. When you go to cosmeticpatientmarketing.com, you make a very small initial investment in the reduced implementation fee of only $4.97. And then you are not charged again until your first patient attraction promotion goes out, so you're never out of pocket, because you'll make money back in your new procedure revenues before your credit card payment is due. It doesn't get any easier than that. But I have to warn you, a lot of work goes into this on my end to get you set up, so I can only work with the first 3 practices who say yes now by completing the form at cosmeticpatientmarketing.com. Now, if we go over 3 practices, I'm just going to put you on a waiting list, and then I can contact you in a future date that we can get started. So I want to reward the first 3 practices for trusting me to nurture their patients and train their staff to be rock stars with a final bonus. So if you're one of the first 3 practices who sign up at cosmeticpatientmarketing.com, you get my newest course called the Fast Track MBA for Surgeons. Now, this course is a condensed version of the full live course I did with an 8-figure surgeon who has a practice with 5 revenue streams, 22,000 square foot facility, and 45 plus staff. We called it Masters Academy of Surgeons, and we charged up to 20 grand for it, plus travel expenses, to attend 3 live events per year. So I condensed it down, I made it virtual, and here's what's included. 2 DVD course sessions covering the 4 core principles of business that are pertinent to your cosmetic practice. Then the PowerPoint slides for quick reference. You also get the deliverables, which are valued at $10,000. It's the secret sauce that the top docs know. The hiring staff kit valued at $497. The staff training tools valued at $297. The blueprint for staff accountability valued at $997. The Know Your Numbers metrics forms valued at $297. Now the total value is $12,385, but you get it for free if you're one of the first 3 practices to go to cosmeticpatientmarketing.com and sign up for only $497 now, and then you're not charged again until your first revenue producing promotion goes out. And think about this. If you decide to procrastinate with the cosmetic patient marketing plan I laid out here, what's going to happen to your growth this year? You're going to continue the frustration of figuring this out on your own, or continue spending and not knowing your ROI, or you're going to watch your competitors take patients from you because you're ignoring them. So please do yourself a favor and lock in your spot at cosmeticpatientmarketing.com so you get everything listed here, plus all 4 of the special webinar bonuses, as well as the extra Fast Track MBA for Surgeons bonus. That's a total bonus value of $22,031 if you're one of the first 3 to join me. It's guaranteed to get results, so you have nothing to lose, and I look forward to working with you.